Hello everyone, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World Iceborne livestream. We didn't do the livestream yesterday. My wife and I worked really hard over the weekend, but her in particular, this last weekend, she was on call, and so she had to literally work the entire weekend, and she worked through the night. She was like up at 4 a.m. She was working for a company, right? And I just stayed up alongside with her, so neither of us got sleep. And then her boss basically told her she gets Wednesday off. So we spent our whole Wednesday sleeping and then hanging out, and that's why there was no Monster Hunter World live stream. But we're back today. It is Thursday. Is it Thursday? I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. See, when you're a live streamer, you don't have to care about what day of the week it is because you work the whole week. You work all 7 days. When you're crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so we are back at it again, hiding out in our home until the coronavirus goes away. Grab your gas masks and get ready to fight some monsters. Fayed says, looks like TGC will play for a long time. Yeah, maybe. What if it takes a long time for them to cure? I bet it won't. I would bet you guys 2 silver coins that they cure it relatively quickly. I heard that the Chinese government was actually moving very fast to try and cure this very quickly. I heard also 170 people have died now from it. That's really sad. It's hard to imagine how many people is 170 people. It's a lot of people. So rip to them. May they rest in coronavirus pieces. Just life, I guess, you know. We all pass eventually, and we don't know what it'll be from, but it'll be from something. Hopefully I pass from playing too many video games. That's the right way to go. Dark Soul says, I've been sick all week. I'm scared. Oh no! Fan says, I spent my whole Wednesday sleeping also. Let's stream Pokemon cards. That's right. We'll probably do a Pokemon card live stream after this. Oh my god, I received a lot of mail today. I even missed a package. Apparently the mailman came by and rang my doorbell and I didn't answer. So he left a note saying, I have to go to the post office and pick up a box. It must be a really valuable box. That's the only time they do that. So, let's see. You guys got the session ID now. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I was on the Seiken, or I don't know if I'm saying the name right. Is it Seiken or Seiken? I was on his website, and I was looking at a recent run against Barrieth, and he was using Sword and Shield. I want to compare my Sword and Shield build to the Speedrunner's build. The Speedrunner's name in this case is Vulpes Monster Hunter, MH. He's from China, I think. No, he's Japanese. Okay, he's a Japanese runner. I apologize for that. And here, let's run over to our Sword and Shield. Everything I do is so rushed, guys. I do it at the last second. So he was using Safijiva's Shatterfang. And his build, he's using the Rhyme Guard setup. That's interesting. He's not actually using Kaiser. He's using Rhyme Guard. He's using Safi's Shatterfang. Why would he do that, I wonder? There must be a particular reason. Let's start removing all our decorations. I'm going to go ahead and copy his build before we get started because I just want to try things out. I love it what speedrunners come up with. They're really inventive, and that's because they have to be to get the best times in their speedruns. So these guys do a lot of work for us. So the beta helmet, and the, let's see, what else? I will get back to the comment section in a minute. I'm looking at my computer screen. We're looking for Rhyme Guard. There it is. Rhyme Guard Mail, huh? Quick Sheath. And this is giving us crit element? I don't understand. Why would he want crit element? Crit element doesn't work on this particular Sword and Shield. Oh, he's got 3 pieces of it. Oh. Okay. Is he going for... Oh, I bet his Sword and Shield has 1 level of Frostcraft on it. What? He must have a level of Frostcraft on the actual Safi Poopy weapon, which is something you can do, and this is giving him Frostcraft. And I bet when he attaches himself to the monster, it's activating Frostcraft. What? That's so weird. He's got the Draken Van Braces. Draken Van Braces, still around. There they are. They're the meta. It's the meta. Let's get those Garuga Griefs. We're already wearing them. Now let's see if we can replace these. I don't care about attack boost. He can have attack boost. I'm going to skip it. I don't really care for attack boost. It's just not it's not enough for me to care about it. I like health boost a little better because I'm a wimpy. Where's my attack boost? Not attack boost. Where's my health boost? Handicraft. I'll give you a handy. Let's see. Guard. Poison attack. Really? What do we have? Softy Poopy Van Braces. That's pretty good looking. Resentment, Tool Specialist, Crit Boost. How much crit do we already have? We might do Crit Boost then. Char Ishvalda Braces. Here's Ruinous Van Braces. Agitator. Flinch Free. Thunder Attack. Recovery Up. Recovery, Offensive Guard, Handicraft. Make a Handicraft joke again. So wait, does he actually show off how he has his Softy Poopy weapon upgraded? I bet he does. There it is. Velcana Divinity. Sharpness increase 5. Sharpness increase 6. And 2 levels of attack increase 5. Huh. Really interesting. I don't think we have enough Dracolite to get Velcana Divinity. Let's go check. I'm going to jump back to the comment section now. He's using Draken Arm because he's using a heroic setup. Use a different arm. He's using the Draken Arm because he's using a heroic setup. Yeah, I think so as well. I did choose a different arm in the end. I don't think I'm going to worry about having the Draken Arm. Before I go, don't go to Iceland or Greenland. That's right. We're going to. I've played the virus game. We're going to Iceland and Greenland, guy. That's always where the virus reaches last. It's cold out there. It's isolated out there. People don't generally travel a lot to Iceland and Greenland if you don't already live there. Maybe I should try to get another one of these shields. That means you got AIDS then. What? I'm safe, I guess, because I'm in secluded valley. Let's see. Let's jump over to Sword and Shield. Poopy Fang, Dark Fang, Aqua Fang, Dream Fang, Venom Fang, Bind Fang. Let's grab a second Safi's Shatter Fang and we'll upgrade it later. Alright, that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, we're going to save this build because we'll examine it later. And we will upgrade it at some point to have the Frostcraft on it so we can copy that speedrunner build. It's really interesting. So he went for Frostcraft. I would not have thought of that. I would not have thought of that. Oh man, I'm trying to open the keyboard. This game's going to crash now. There. I've largely been avoiding spoilers for Iceborne since I want to buy it this summer. Should I just give up and spoil it for myself? E.g., spoiler paradox. Yes? Sounds like you're already here. I mean, what left is there to spoil? I mean, if you're going to wait all the way to summer, the game's going to be super old by then anyways, so. Alright, well, that's our Softy Poopy build that we're still working on. Let's grab, do we have Part Breaker here? No Part Breaker. I really like using, we should probably use the light bowgun. No, I don't want to use the light bowgun. I'm lazy as hell. Let's use the greatsword again. We were using it yesterday. We'll use it for a round here. But we'll change weapons midway through, I promise. Alright, we use this loadout. Let's go fight some Softy Poopy. We need lots more Dracolite, is what we need. The whole world playing Plague Incorporated at the moment. Begin the siege. Let us begin. So I noticed the last stream we had was an experimental stream. And what I did was I allowed people to join into the actual live conversation. You could hear their voices. But I noticed with me by myself talking to you guys through the microphone, I concentrate a lot better on everything. What I'm saying, what's going on in the game. So it's tough to play the game and to have an audience at the same time. A live audience that's actually talking to you. Not just texting in the chat section, right? Grand Appreciation Platter. Wow, that's so grand. Okay, what's going on? So, I started to play Monster Hunter due to Gameconomist influence. I was an invader in DS3. How's it going, Murilo Neto? Well, let me say this. If you were into a tournament, if you played any of the tournaments in Dark Souls 3, and you can confirm this or show me video footage or anything like that, let me know. I will give you the Dark Wraith. Actually, it's kind of ironic. Dark Wraith is more for invading. There is a really hard to get role that's also very cool in the Discord server called Dark Wraith. And I hand it out to people who are extremely skilled at PvP in Dark Souls 3. Usually it's somebody I used to know or somebody who I was aware of. And you will get the Dark Wraith role, and it's pretty exclusive. It means you're in the Cool Kid Club. But you would have to provide evidence of your skill in the game. And I'm having played a lot of the... that's basically what my YouTube channel used to be about, was Dark Souls PvP. I will be able to determine if you actually were quite skilled. And then you will have the coolest role and no one else can take it from you. And they'll be like, how'd you get that role? And you'll be like, I'm cool. And you're not. Hey, can you give me a sleep gun less next time I fight you? Nope. I was about to buy Iceborne Steelbook version and just went out of... and it just went out of stock. F you me. Oh, I see. It blocked the rest of your word. Believe it or not, Frostcraft is now being run on dual blades as well. Really, dual blades? That's so weird. I love it. All right, so Frostcraft kind of showing up as an important skill again. Interesting. Interesting. It really is. Shade the Expectation says, well, the thing you got to understand is that everything takes practice. I wouldn't give up on the chat sessions. I found it entertaining, says Slade. I think in the future, I really would want to have maybe just one guest and maybe somebody who I know a little closer. You know what I mean? That was the other thing I noticed with so many people in the room. We were talking over each other quite a lot. And it was so random. I didn't know anyone, so I didn't know the quality of our conversations, what they were going to be like. So one thing I did confirm, though, is that we can have conversations. And in the future, maybe just 2 people max. Just 2 people in the chat so that we can have a... oh, darn. I was hoping he'd hit him in the head there. Maybe just 2 people max. No more than 2. Maybe just 1. Or maybe 1 at a time. You see what I'm saying? So we can have a conversation, a much more private conversation. And we have to have some... we have to have something to talk about. You know, I feel like when you're in a party, if you just talk about fighting the monster, this is actually not as fun. Whenever I was in an Xbox party in the past, before I was a YouTuber, my favorite thing about being in an Xbox party was not talking about the game. It was talking about, you know, something interesting going on in the world or going on in real life for me or for the other person. There we go. This generally... oh man, knock it down, guys. Shoot it down! That's generally what I enjoyed the most about being in an Xbox party in the past. Oh, yes. Oh, we hit it. Oh. Oh! Damn! That's like 1,000 damage on the tail right there. He gonna jump to the... yeah, he's jumping to the middle. Alright. Oh my god. Don't you think it would be easier to fight monsters if broken parts become permanent soft parts? Yes? I love the noise you make when you shut the hell up. What? Maybe make like a question list before going on stream. True. Maybe have like an interview style. Yeah, it's hard to, you know, the whole point of a live stream like this is for entertainment. And this is something I've understood well over the last maybe year of live streaming. I think we've been live streaming for a year. People don't just want to talk about anything. They want to talk about what's entertaining, you know, what's interesting. So we have to make sure that we are talking about something interesting when we have people, guests on. And it was interesting. It was a lot of fun having people on. It was kind of a learning experiment for sure. If I was Rathalos, would you be my Raytheon? Oh, God. Oh, honey. This reminds me of something. He's going to be here forever, says Black Knight. Damn, Mary. Hello. How's it going, Salt Spider? He says hello, everyone. Wow, how nice of you. Ah. Oh, we're going to hit something. Nothing. Look at that poor horn user. Actually, having a hunting horn on your team might actually be beneficial if he's using attack up large and giving it to the whole team. That actually might be really good. Who knows? But in solos, hunting horns are the second the second slowest weapon, the #1 slowest weapon for speedruns apparently. As of excuse me again. Apparently right now, the lance is the slowest weapon based on the man, I need a drink. Let me mute my... Okay, I'm back. Man, imagine having to have a drink in the middle of a live stream. But apparently, the lance is the slowest speedrun weapon, and the hunting horn actually edges it out. Based on a unofficial list. Hunting horn, best weapon, not gonna lie. Yeah, I like hunting horn. I like lance too. That's one of the things I think people don't understand that about me. They think, oh, he's a hater on the lance and the hunting horn. No, actually, those are two of my most played weapons. I just have realized that they are woefully underpowered. And I don't know about the hunting horn in multiplayer, but at least in single player it feels underpowered. In multiplayer, the buff it's handing out might be worth it. Don says, actually, they're already making a cure in Australia. Scientists were the first in the world to grow the virus in a dish to speed up the coronavirus. What? What did you say? They're weaponizing coronavirus? Get a mod from the Monster Hunter GH Discord on stream and try to convince them. What? Jess Blacko says, oh yeah, I've talked to her about that. Hey GE, you watching the Super Bowl this Sunday? Oh, the Super Bowl's this Sunday. I don't actually, I don't actually watch sports. I watch esports sometimes, but not actual, like, football, baseball, none of that stuff. I've never really been into it. Mr. Clean says, how about impeach? What? Impeach? Who's putting me in a peach? I don't want to be in a peach. Do you think the bow is good for solo runs? Do I think the bow... Yeah, the bow is like the second fastest weapon for solo runs, apparently. Ooh! Oh! Nice. Oh! Oh! It would have been so cool if we hit him with that. He's so angry. Get him, Matt! We got him, Matt. We're gonna cut this damn tail. Nice. That staggered him. I'm helping a friend at Cub. Oh, okay, I'm reading the comment section and running into this. Fan says, Frostcraft Sword and Shield is out damaging bow on every run. They're competing on, so next month or so, Sword and Shield is going to be in 4th play. Wow, 4th place. Very, very interesting information. That is the same thing I was reading on the boards. Wow, it's really impressive. That's why we're going to have to take a really serious look at Sword and Shield now, I would say, because this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be interested in knowing more about. Weapons are more fun when they deal a lot of damage. That's just how it is. They're more fun when they deal high damage. Boop. Two. Oh, that sucks. It sucks. Oh. What do you think of airborne insect glaive in Iceborne? Is it still viable? No. It was never really viable in base world either, but there was like an exception. You could fight like Zenajiva. You could fight him with aerial attacks and to a lesser extent Lunastra, but it was never like good, you know what I mean? It was like something you did for fun, really. And I doubt that. I mean, what we could do is an analysis of how speedrunners are using the insect glaive to get their speedrun times. Oh god, I just went the wrong direction, didn't I? Oh, there's my wife. Do you guys want her to take over for me? She wants to do some live streaming. Should we have her live stream on this channel? Oh, look who it is. Yeah, I know, I saw that too. I should have peeled it off the door. How's it going? How's your day at work? Are you going to come over here and play Monster Hunter for me now? You going to beat Safi Poopy for me? Oh yeah, that was for you, I guess. I started to open that. I thought it was mine. Dodogama says, how do you feel while getting beat by TheGameconomist? Safi Poopy, what? Safi was like, I gotta get away from this coronavirus. Here's a neat tip I learned last week. The last hit of Perfect Rush when you latch on counter counts as a clutch claw attack, so it's maintained tenderizing as well. What? Whoa. You gotta write that down in the Discord. The last hit of Perfect Rush counts as a clutch claw attack. So you're saying if you do 3 of those, you soften the monster's body part. That's what you're telling me. That's really good information. And we definitely have to add that to a top 10 things you didn't know list. That's real interesting information. Speaking of which, we got to get another top... Oh, wait. No, wait. The first one's not even done. So I have a series of videos coming out, guys. 10 things you didn't know about X weapon, right? So we're going to go through all 14 weapons. That would be an interesting piece of information to add to that as well. Right now, I've got the hammer is being edited. Not by me. One of the editors is editing it. He's probably working real hard on it. We got to get the other 13 weapons, the other 13 weapons done. I'm scared that the information will change and it'll be wrong information. Faya says, I thought everyone knew that. What? I didn't know it. How do you feel when a longsword user keeps hitting you out of your attacks? Very annoyed. Very annoyed, Duck. It is super annoying. I also don't blame them. I think it's more the developer's fault for giving the longsword all this range and all this. They get Mind's Eye. They get, ironically, they get flinch free with the move that knocks everyone around. Oh, I thought I dodged it properly. They get flinch free and we don't. So it's really annoying. I would like for them to change it. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't change it, but it stayed in the game through Iceborne, so they determined that it should be in the game. I might be one of those longsword users, says Susana. Why do you have to sharpen a hammer? Believe it or not, there is a logical explanation to it. Hammers are a blunt weapon, but when you're dealing damage, a sharp corner does more damage than a smooth corner. Think about it. So if you have a baseball bat and you hit someone with the baseball bat, it's going to hurt, right? But imagine if you take a baseball bat and you put a nail in it. And what happens is all of the physical force of the swinging baseball bat gets channeled through that nail when the nail hits its target, right? It's a smaller surface area, the pointy sharp end of the nail. So a sharp hammer does more damage than a blunt hammer. That's the truth. It does more damage. So yeah, it seems odd because you would... The thing is, when you sharpen the hammers in this game, they seem like they don't have blades on them, so there's no point to sharpen them. And that's probably why it's so confusing. However, in real life, a sharp hammer will do more damage. So for example, think of like a mace, right? Maces often had like square heads, or they had the Morning Star. Remember the Morning Star mace? What is the Morning Star mace? It's basically a sharp hammer. So yeah, you sharpen a hammer. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know about sharpening that meat hammer, but you know the meat hammer is all blue sharpness anyway, so you never sharpen it. Whoa! Donation time!
ATGC, what are we building today? Any possibility you'll make that sticky ammo aqua shot soon?
I think I did, Toxic, and today we were working on collecting more Dracolite because there's a really cool Rhyme Guard setup I want to test out with the Sword and Shield. I'm hearing from multiple sources that the Sword and Shield is now one of the highest damage weapons in the game, and so I want to have my Sword and Shield all set up to do high damage. And one of the latest speedruns I watched with it was on the Syken website, and he was using Frostcraft of all skills. I really didn't expect Frostcraft to be used, but it was. Probably because of Perfect Rush, I'm guessing. So Perfect Rush, at the end of Perfect Rush, you attach yourself to the monster. And I vaguely remember with moves that attach, Frostcraft will often recharge. I'm guessing that's the reasoning. I didn't analyze it enough to fully understand it, so I will learn more about it. I just ran out of the ring. I'll learn more about it soon, though. And for now, we'll farm up the Dracolite so I have the materials necessary. Yeah. And again, I think I did actually get the Aqua Shot build, the sticky ammo build, already for the light bowgun. I'll show you later. Sharpen the bow. Thanks for the donation, Toxic. We'll update the snack fund in a minute. By the way, I should call the snack fund new laptop fund or something, because it is time for me to get a new laptop. This one is crashing repeatedly already, which is not good. And then, also concerning, it actually makes a physical sound sometimes, which it used to never make. So it is getting very old. I'm not surprised. I use this laptop for almost 8 hours a day, every day. I render hundreds of videos on it. Maybe, how many videos do I have on my channel? Like 800 now or something like that? So I've rendered hundreds of videos on it. It is honestly probably very worn out. The mouse pad does not even work on this laptop anymore. So it is time for me to get a new laptop. And that's going to be like $1,000. I should open like a laptop fund for that. See if you guys want to help me out. $10 goes a long way. Ooh, I should buy it. Oh no, that's a long time from now. Do you think there's maybe like a back to school sale? Nah. No, we're going into the spring season. Whoa, there's 3 people using Greatsword. Alright, we got the tail. I'm gonna go for Well, what's not broken on him? I don't even know. Okay, so it says we need to break his chest. We can't do that yet. Both forelegs and the head. I'm going to go for both forelegs at this point, and when we get to the next stage, I'll go for the chest. Yo, if you need 10 secrets with Greysword, I can do some research and record if need be. Just give me credit for the ones I've found. Feel free to contact me about that. I think we have a channel that you're not in. There's a channel where we talk about video content. You might be able to get into that. Oh, am I going to get thrown off? Yeah, I am. Yeah, there's some video channels where we talk about... Oh my god. Where we talk about content, but I think you have to have the staff role to get in there. Sword and Shield Perfect Rush can wound? Apparently it can. That's what I was just told by Fan. Fan was like 3 of the Perfect Rushes will count as 1 softening or 1 weapon attack. This is something... So when you claw into a monster like this, check it... Oh, I can't do it right now. Hold on. I got you, Pinhead Dave. Alright, so when you attach onto a monster's body part, if you do 3 claw attacks, it counts as 1 weapon attack. So check it out. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and now it's softened. See, it says I wounded it. So I think that what's going on here is Fan has told us at the end of Perfect Rush, if it counts as a claw attack, you know, the equivalent of 1 claw attack. And if that's true, that should mean 3 Perfect Rushes will soften the monster's hide, which is really interesting. See, it's softened. So I have not tested that myself. Fan just told me. I generally trust Fan though, because Fan usually is right about this stuff. And we will have to test it later. And it will probably go into a video because that's really fun information. Fayed says, I have a secret about the hammer. I might research and help you too. I already have the audio file for the hammer. It's already being edited and worked on. Hammer's going to be the very first video. I want a Great Woog. I also want In Kutku. Oh yeah, what do you guys think the variants are going to be? We're going to be getting, I think, a trailer for the variants on the 6th of February. I believe that's correct. Also, the release time of Rei Zhang and the release time of Safijiva on PC. There we go, spit it out. The release time of Safijiva, I think, has been revealed as well. I was going to put that into a video, though, so I might wait to do that. I don't know why I would need these stones. Run! At the end of PR, it counts as a weapon attack, so even more strong. It counts as a weapon attack, not a claw attack? For real? Man, that's crazy. See, I thought you were saying it's counting as a claw attack. That's ridiculous. Oh! There we go, empowered sword. Maybe we hit the wingtip. Nah. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Come on! Yes! Oh man, he moves so much. Let's go ahead and take this mantle off. Should probably be saving the mantle for the other stage 3, right? Bring Mitsu back 2020. Bring Mitsubishi? Why do you want Mitsubishi back? Silver Great Jaggers and Green Gyrotodas. Oh man, I did that too early. God, I hate that move. It's so hard to dodge that move. Oh my god. Am I KO'd? No, I'm alive. Rip. When you're charging the hammer on a slope, you roll downwards, you roll down faster than a normal roll. Interesting. Oh my god. Now I'm KO'd. He gonna get me, guys. This is the end for me. Nope. I thought he had the high ground. Apparently he didn't. How's it going, Hef? I'm new to the game, but I love it so far. Glad to hear that, Hef. Oscar the Grouch loves trash. You know, with your permission, I could just give myself the staff roll. Well, if you do that, you will get in big trouble. Yeah, don't give yourself those kind of rolls. You just ran into it. I'm hurt. They did my Fish Boys Gyro and Bayo dirty by excluding them from the guiding lands. What? Dodo is fat, useless, and bad. Oh, wow. That's so mean. She's body shaming Dodo Gama. This is 2020, Mary. I thought we were done body shaming. Look at this, he's doing it again right away. Hammer's not that popular. Hammer's like middle of the list popular. Yeah, Hammer doesn't do bad. Hammer, Switch Axe, they're kind of middle of the list. It's better than being at the end. Time up. Wow, did we really not even bring him down to the last level? Was no one doing damage? What the hell? That doesn't seem right. Sad just nuked me twice in a row. Sadie? Safi? I think he means Safi. Mary is not a sponsor desk blackout, and also sponsors get moderated. Man. Mary says, I body shame all dodos. Sue me. Better not. Super McRed Dog says, recently got Iceborne Master Rank 59. How do you start the Siege quest? Recently got Iceborne Master Rank 59. How do you start the Siege quest? I think you need to... Well, it was DLC content. Man, I can't hardly remember. It was very easy to start. I think you just need to talk to everyone with an exclamation mark. Be sure to go to the Gathering Hub.
I've been waiting for you.
All right. So let's go ahead and start up the next siege. Change equipment. So what do we have left to break on this guy? Chest broken, right foreleg, left foreleg, head. I could go for his head with the hammer. Maybe we'll do hammer. Longsword, hammer. Actually, no, let's show off the sticky ammo. So we were just talking about this. Here's the sticky ammo build I'm running. You guys can screenshot that or rewind and screenshot it. And then let's grab manage items. We're going to grab our sticky ammo loadout. And we'll focus on his head and get multiple KOs. Oh, right. Let's update the snack fund as well. Thank you so much, Toxic, for that donation. Really nice of you, man. TGC, you have to complete the Kirin and Stygian Zenogre special assignments. Ah, there we go. Thank you for the tip. I hope that helps, guys. Dest did just lose his mod. I really didn't appreciate what you said earlier, Dest. You got to be careful with... If you're a moderator, you got to be careful with what you say, man. Mr. Clean says, I just watched the cat movie. Is the cat movie a culture? What? I don't know. I don't even know what a culture is. That wasn't actual abuse, Dest. You just lost the... You actually lost the mod roll. Cinevan says, February 6th, Rajang, March 12th, Stygian, and Safajiva. What? For PC? Oh, right. So those are the release times that were recently talked about for PC Monster Hunter World. Rajang is coming out on February 6th, and March 12th, Stygian and Safajiva. Right, so that's what I was saying earlier. Gajura says, I'm so close to getting the last piece of Safi Poopy armor, but I need 4 more hard horns. Uh-oh. But for some reason, I can never get the head to break despite having level 3 Heartbreaker. How's it going, R. Proctor? I am Dr. Economist. He says, Professor Game Economist and rest of class. Hello to all. The artist says, Wallet is a mod? Question mark. Blazed Gaming KR says, waiting for my cuz to get home from work out of smoke. He's supposed to bring a ½ ounce over when he gets off work. Alright, Blazed Gaming. Fossey says, by the title alone, are you playing the game continuously? No, I'm just is a joke title. I just do joke titles a lot to keep it funny because I do like a daily stream, so we gotta have a fun title. I can't just say stream 1, stream 2, stream 3, obviously.
When the energy pool is dried up, it'll retreat to a lower level. Use that chance to follow it down. Chip away at it, break off parts.
Kisra says, you help quest? What? I help quest. Yes, I help the quest. Hey, are you on PlayStation 4? Gameconomist. No, it shows right in the thumbnail that I'm on Xbox. Reading the chat too much, I'm gonna get killed here. Alright, let's start the sticky ammo on him. Oh, that sucks. I'm really bad at the evade reload, I am. Oh my gosh. I'm missing all these shots. Look! Alright, he's off to the next area anyways. And I'm wasting my sticky ammo by overcrafting it. God.
Everyone, on the wing drapes.
The best stream title was definitely the PC Master Race one. The amount of salt was amazing. Well, I felt kind of bad too, though, actually, because I don't want to be a little bitch about it, but obviously I was a little upset about what's happened with my gaming PC. For those of you who didn't know, I barely played on it, and then it broke, and then everyone was basically like, well, it's your fault. You know, it's like, really? It can't just be the fault of the person who made it, maybe? They're like, well, you shouldn't have bought this. It's like, oh, well, maybe they should just make a better computer and not charge so much. But I won't go into that subject because I'm salty about that subject. So I won't bother you guys with all the actual salt. That's a sore subject for me at this point. Shoot you in the head. Put this on. Alright, we're gonna make some more ammo. Let's break this head. I keep missing. God, man. He really moves his head quite a lot, actually. You have to take punishing shots. You can't just spam the sticky ammo. Well, I suppose you could spam the sticky ammo. Nice. Alright, he's coming down. Alright, he's down. Place this down. Brrr. Dust blackout. Are you talking about? Dust, we'll talk about it later. Proctor says having to drink in the middle of a live stream isn't as bad as having to. Oh gosh. Bisquake says Dodo is thick. TX Gator says, does Gameconomist use mods at all? I would like to in the future. Right now I don't. Okay, and it's because you guys should see my work schedule. It's insane. So I have like a billion things I could do, and what I usually end up doing is I ask myself my question, what's the best thing I could do right now? And then I do that, and everything else gets put on hold. That's how my life is right now. Everything else gets put on hold for the thing that I determined was the best use of my time. And then there's just a bunch of stuff I don't get done. I didn't ever think I'd get to that point in life where it's like I don't have time for everything, but I'm officially here. Oh, I rolled into it rather than away from it. Oh! Let's go ahead and heal up.
Hey, it's after one of our meetings. Something's happening to Saki. Be careful. Watch yourself.
Throw this on him. Oh my god. Looks pretty good for an iPhone, I must say. He's on his phone 11X. Oh, did I just die? What? Well, it says, I was hoping to do the full run today, but I'll have to leave for work soon. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, Wellix. Hi, loved your item loadout video. Have you made any updates to it for Iceborne? That's a great question. So for Iceborne, I would say probably you would pick up the Dust of Life rather than the Life Powder. What else? You would consider maybe the hot drink for Celiana. That's not really a big change, though, to be honest. Any other large changes, guys? I don't think there's any other significant changes other than just the Dust of Life. I think everything else mostly stayed the same. Oh, actually, I did make one update. Oops, hold on. Let me go to my item pouch. Oh, I don't see anything in here. Hold on. I'm going to show you something that I actually found significant. So, in the past, I recommended taking the defensive Talon Charm. Let's see. Oh, I have it here. Okay. So basically, if you're doing certain fights where you want to gather materials, you can drop these two because the amount of defense they give you is pretty negligible. So you can actually drop these two out of your item loadout, and this will give you a little more room for collecting materials. So if you're running around and you find your item loadout is too full, drop these two. They just aren't useful enough. Also, here's another change that happened. We started bringing poop pods everywhere. The poop pods are farmable now, dung pods, and there's a lot of multi-monster fights. So we will bring poop pods with us in order to break up the multi-monster fights, and that just makes the fight much easier. Oops, we need to fix our items. My bad. There's also the issue of crafting one ammo versus all ammo, so that's a new feature. Wait, I did it wrong again. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so for crafting all ammo, you have to be careful because certain ammo types, if you choose craft all, you actually waste one of the shots. Ice ammo, where's my... Oh, it's right here, sticky ammo. I'm so sorry, I'm totally distracted. I'm doing this all wrong. The biggest change to Master Rank Iceborne is honestly the amount of monsters that stay in the same zone. I hate this. Completely agree. There's way too monsters fighting each other, way too many multi-monster fights. It's not that much fun in my opinion. I actually feel like it's more fun to fight a single monster. You know, it's more strategic, it's more skill-based, it's not as much luck-based. Oh my god, that was kind of lucky there for that ridge. Not as much about luck, and I find that really enjoyable. Alright, so everyone should be going for the chest at this point. I think I'm going to continue to go for the head break, because if I do KO him, that's going to be really useful for the team. Oh god. I hate the evade reload. I'm so bad at it. Well, there we go. That's the KO. I was just talking about it. Alright, there we go. He's gonna wind pressure me. Ah! Whoa! Did he grab somebody? Did that not work? Oh my god, I wasted it. I wasted it! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I wasted the flash! Ah, man. Ah, dang it. go ahead and reload. So, if anyone has the hammer except for mods, it's Gameconomist. That's true. It's serious business here. That's right, guys. Serious business. Or watch yourself. We're all business. Wrong, the hammer main is Ryozo. I erased my comment because I spelled it wrong. Let's go ahead and... There we go. What is he doing? Man, he is all over the place. Nice shot. Very good job. Wow, he's a much easier target when he's laying down. Why didn't I think of that? Wow. Dude, he's so hard to hit, man. Oh, I had to reload. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. David says, the coronavirus is actually serious, though. That's honestly some scary stuff. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's cured very quickly. That's the best you can hope for. I feel sorry for people who are stuck over there in... Where's it called? It's called Wuhan? Is that where they're all living? They, like, sealed off that town. Nobody really knows what that feels like. You know, you've never been quarantined your whole town before. But they're going through that right now, and that must not be fun. I mean, they probably actually do live in fear all day. Like, we don't. We're... well, not me in particular. I'm so far away from it. I'm just kind of spectating. I'm like, oh, that sucks. But, I mean, they're in it. And, yeah, that sucks. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. Hopefully, they're able to find a cure quickly, and, that's why it's so important to be able to cure things. We kind of underestimate that stuff. There was the whole plague. Remember the plague? The Black Plague? So many people died in the plague. How many people actually died in the plague? I'm going to look it up. There's millions of people. Actually, I'm not going to look it up because we're in the middle of fighting this guy. Millions of people died in the Black Plague in the past because we didn't have science. We didn't have a way to... Oh, god damn it. We didn't have a way to cure it, right? David says it's basically the plague all over again. Well, not quite. Only 170 people dead so far. The plague was millions. I don't remember how many millions, but it was millions. So we haven't reached that level of epidemic, and hopefully it's cured quickly. Why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. Come on, let's get that head broken. How am I missing these shots? I did it again, damn it. Did I reload trank ammo? Trying to get better at this. Oh, no. Okay, so... Ah, that's tough. Ah, I can't do it. Alright, let's go ahead and just reload it. Y'all need to stop getting mod. This is not politics, damn it. What? Let's go ahead and shoot him in the face. I think we have to hit him in the right part of his face. Meaning the left side. Oh, well actually no, the right side. The correct side. I did it again! Oh, god damn it, this has a long reload too. Oh, he died. Oh, but we broke his head entirely. Perfect. 25 million people. Thank you, Silvers. Silver says that 25 million people died in the Black Plague a long time ago. In medieval times, before we had any science. 25 million. Whew. That probably saved some greenhouse gases, right? Some emissions. Maybe slowed down the whole overpopulation thing. See, that's an interesting subject. One of the reasons we have overpopulation is because we're so good at staying alive now. We don't have plague wiping us out. Yeah, we're actually alive. It's just like, oh, coronavirus, you know, like let's say 300 people die, and then we cure it. And then it's just like, well, millions of people don't die. That's nice. After this, could you show what you use for your bowgun build, or if you have a video, let me know. Trying to enjoy something other than longsword. Yeah, well, yes, let's do that. When I arrive back in Celiana, I'll show you the build I'm using. It's pretty standard. The upgrade on the actual bowgun includes one level of oh, what's the name of the skill? It's called not free element, spare shot, and this is the improved spare shot, right? What is that called? There's spare shot, and then there's wow. There's just too many names to remember. We'll see it in a minute. We'll see it in a minute. Come on, load screen. This is a long load screen. What the hell? So here is the build. We're going to run over to set decorations. Oh, I didn't have part breaker on the build, so that is a mistake. I should have had part breaker. I didn't realize that when I picked it up. But here's the build. So you see everything, including the custom mods: recoil, evade, reload, power barrel. Let me go ahead and show you how the. So we have true spare shot. That was the name of the skill I couldn't remember. True spare shot. And the reason we're being able to have that is because on the Safajiva Aqua Shot, we have one level of Nargacuga Essence. So we're getting away with 2 pieces of the Nargacuga armor and 3 pieces of the Zora armor. Okay, so this is a really strong sticky ammo setup, and it's from the Safajiva Aqua Shot. The Safajiva Aqua Shot also is one of the best weapons for farming Safajiva because elemental ammo is doing real well against him right now. So we go to change equipment. You want to do a lot of damage to Safi Poopy, you grab this setup here. Water attack, resent, health boost, free element ammo up, crit boost, part breaker, evade window. So we'll pick this up. That's right, that's why we were farming for the, let's see, let's run over here. That's not it. Did I not have a loadout for it? No way. How do I not have a loadout for this? I'm so bad. God damn, dude. I'm so bad. So let's grab this real fast. How do I not have a loadout for this? We have water ammo. Paralysis ammo, which I should have used in the previous run, but I didn't. Sleep ammo. The heal ammo might be useful. I'm too lazy to heal teammates, to be honest with you. Completely honest. You could grab the sticky ammo again. I don't really care for it. So this is really all you need. And then over here, we'll grab the Flow Fern. That's the name of the... Here it is. Flow Fern. And then we'll go customize our loadout. We'll remove this. We'll go over to crafting. Water ammo. We'll do all. Who cares? And now we'll save this right here. And let's rename it. Water ammo. Alright. So there you go. You've seen 2 pretty fair bowgun builds. I don't know if there's been improvements to them since the last time I checked. I'll have to do some research. Let's keep gathering that Dracolite, though. We need more Dracolite. We need so much Dracolite. Let's see if we got any more of those sword and shields, right? So we'll pick up the Dracolite here. The next screen is going to be the weapons. Right here, Shatterfang. So we have a second Shatterfang. And then, do we need any of these other ones? Don't think we do. Alright, so we'll just exit on that. Perfect. The very first one was the Shatterfang. Easy peasy. Alright, let's go again. Begin the siege. This time we'll be using water ammo. It's real strong. We'll take out the wings in the back first, and then after the wings in the back, we'll go for the tail? I'm not sure. I'll decide based on what my teammates do. Rah! We have Catherine, Matt, and Huron. Huron? Huron? Huron. Huron. Grim? Grim, what are you doing, Grim? Cinevan says, it just got to Germany and I live in Denmark. I'm starting to get nervous. Oh, it's coming for you. It's coming for you. There's no escaping the coronavirus. It's coming. Ooh. Dodogama says, I've been watching and subbed to Gameconomist since Monster Hunter World came out, just not with this account. I made the new account for live streams. Oh, cool. Wellick says, salt is spilling over from the chat. What? Hey, do I need Iceborne to do these? Scary stuff, flavor salt. Onion? How's it going, Gage Stewart? State Gage Stewart. He donated to me a very nice Pokemon card. How nice is that? How's it going, actually, AFK? Man, we got the Pokemon card people in here. Oh, we have a nice little audience, don't we? We have about 520 people watching. We should talk about something fun. What do you guys want to talk about? Coronavirus versus Mexican mom with Vicks. I have no idea what that means. Runer says, you should take Mary Mod power away. I'll decide that, Fayed. Thank you. God Terror Boy says, I got 2 accounts with Mod. Mohammed says, what about the new moves and Clutch Claw? Do I also need Iceborne for that? I'm new to the game, that's why. Shouldn't be too scared. Most of the cases of death is from older people or younger people. Wait, I'm a younger person? No, I'm just kidding. Raman says, I'm noticing the Switch Axe is also getting a lot of attention for speedruns lately, especially with the Japanese YouTuber. Nice. Ebola almost killed us all, but instead it just Epsteined itself. You guys underappreciate how much hard work goes into stopping these viruses. Really, really impressive. Actually, what's interesting is the price of gold moved up. So one of the things I've been getting into is learning more about silver and gold. I like the way they look. They're collectible. They're fun. And apparently the banks hold on to a lot of gold because the banks say, well, we have dollar bills, but also we have gold, so you can trust us. That's what the central banks do, right? And yeah, so the price of gold, it's not like a company that earns dividends, but it fluctuates depending on how people feel the economy is doing. Because what they do is when they feel the economy is going to fall, they pull their money out of investments and then they put their money into sort of like a hard asset like gold or silver, maybe, well, mostly gold and silver, right? If you want to talk about serious investors. And it's really interesting because the price of gold has gone up since the whole coronavirus issue started. And it's understandable too because, okay, let's blow these out real fast. All right, so we started on that arm. Ooh! It's interesting that it did this. The reason it did this is because China's economy is actually going to take a hit from the whole coronavirus issue. And that's because China has to now spend a lot of money trying to cure the virus. And there's going to be a lot of people who don't go out because they're scared to contract the virus. There's going to be all kinds of money lost in business sales. Other countries are going to tell, China, here's the new rules on what you can move around in our countries. We don't want the virus to spread to our country. So there's a lot of that going on. And this is all going to make the Chinese economy take a hit, right? When the Chinese economy takes a hit, everyone takes a hit. There's a ripple effect. And this ripple effect is expected to basically cause enough loss in the economy that some people are speculating gold prices will go up, and gold prices are now already going up. It's really, really cool. Made me wish I had bought a piece of gold just the other day. I almost did, but gold's really expensive. If you want like a gold coin, it's like $1,600. It's a lot of money. It's actually probably a little more than that. It's so much money that I was like, nah, I don't have $1,000 laying around. But I kind of wish I had bought it now. Kind of wish I had bought it. It'd be interesting if gold went up just then, right after buying it. Put all my money in Pokemon cards. Toxic Masculinity says, no, it's going to evolve to Corona Extra. What? Greg Wall says, oh, let's keep shooting. He's knocked on the ground, so we got to go for the big damage. By the way, this is extremely easy what I'm doing. This form of damage output isn't just really high, it's actually extremely easy too. Right wing broken. We're going for the left wing now. Alright, we can't shoot him until he's done with that. West Fire says the spot price is around 1,700. Oh my god, he still hit me. Eat free ducks at the park equals stonks. Oh my god. How to save money. Somebody's gonna make a YouTube video on that stupid stuff. What do we have? We have glider mantle. What's glider mantle on? Left wing is broken. Sweet. So let's see what everyone's targeting. I'm gonna help them out. Doesn't really matter where I target so much. Looks like Catherine's going for this arm here. I'm gonna help Catherine with this arm. Oh wow, we didn't get hit by that. It's really cool. Hey TGC, were you selling the first edition Dark Charizard for 1,100? I think I'm actually gonna hold him. Yeah, the Dark Charizard, I'm gonna, well, I feel like if I hold him, he actually will continue to move up in value. Man, but if I sell him, I could buy something else. Yeah, it's hard to say. I will sell him. I think I will. Yeah, I'll sell him. Yeah, I'll sell the Charizard. If you're interested in him, I'll only sell the one, though. I don't want to sell the other one. I think over a long, long period of time, he could really move up in value, so it's hard for me to let go of him. There's some vintage cards, I think, that will move up in value much more than others. And in particular, I think that the top, maybe top 3 cards for each set of the vintage sets are probably the most valuable. And so I don't like the idea of giving up those cards. But, I mean, if you guys are getting into the hobby, I might as well help you get into the hobby. Jinx says, I'm new to Monster Hunter. I would like to ask you about what the best hunting horn is at the moment. So the best hunting horn is definitely going to be probably the... Oh, that's a good question, actually. I haven't done enough research on the Safajiva hunting horns. I'm assuming it's going to be a Safajiva hunting horn. And I'm assuming it's going to have attack up large, and probably it's going to have the Melody's Effects Extended skill. That's my guess. I don't 100% know. I haven't been dealing with the horns and the lances so much because I can actually feel that they're not doing as much damage as the other weapons. Wow, I keep walking into the beam. I'm so bad at this. I'm so distracted. Gotta stop walking into the beam. I'm so dumb. Dude, why has he got so much range? Whoa!
I don't think Dark Side a good home.
What? Did someone just buy him in the middle of the live stream? Oh, damn. Actually, AFK just picked up Dark Charizard for $1,100. That's a lot of money. You know what's sad, actually, AFK? Like, a bunch of that money will actually just be PayPal fees in the end. So that's the going price on eBay, but even those guys on eBay have to pay like an eBay fee and a PayPal fee. So I probably sold mine for slightly more than theirs, but yeah, the freaking PayPal fees, man. Transaction fee. Thank you so much, man. I will ship it over to you. You probably stole it from Alky Bear there because he was interested in it too. Alky Bear, he's been buying up some of the PSA 10 cards. Actually, a few people would have been interested in it, probably. Muhammad says, hey, I'm totally new. Player just started a week ago. What's the best weapon for a new player to get into? Also, what's the best charge blade? Probably the Safajiva Blast charge blade is the best one right now. And then for a new player, I recommend the hammer and the greatsword. I think those are 2 terrific starter weapons. But really, you can use anything you like. Anything at all. What do we have left to break? I haven't been paying attention. We haven't broken either of the 4 legs, so I'm still going for the 4 leg. Is it PSA 10 Dark Charizard? Yes, it's a first edition PSA 10 Dark Charizard. So he's real pricey. Someday he could be worth a lot more. There's baseball cards, by the way. I've been doing more research. There's baseball cards that cost like $1 million. Surprisingly, they cost $1 million. And then there's plenty of baseball cards that are in like the $50,000, $40,000 range. Pokemon cards have not reached, oh my god. Pokemon cards have not reached that price level, and I wonder if one day they will. If they do, I probably will regret having sold that Charizard right there, because in the future I'll probably learn something along the lines of, wow, you got a really good deal on the Charizard, and then you sold it for $1,000 when you should have held it. But we'll see. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, snap. Jesus Christ, dude. Just can't get near him even. There we go. Oh. My music's changing. Let me turn that off, actually. My other TV was playing some Minecraft music. I fainted again? I'm way too distracted. What am I... I'm so sorry, teammates. I'm playing like garbage right now. I was like turning off my other TV. I had some music playing on it, and I turned it off, and then I looked up and I was dead. Just saw a signed rookie Mickey mantle card sell for $5 million. Jesus Christ, dude. There's probably like a term for investing in collectibles, probably like alternative asset or something like that. But it's a serious business. I was really surprised. The more I learn about it, the more interested I get into it. It feels like something I would be good at. Oh my god. Let's just start shooting, man. We haven't been shooting this whole time. We gotta get shooting. I'm sorry, team. I died twice. I'm not paying attention. If you guys stop by the camp, check for feline insurance. I don't know if anyone had feline insurance yet. Careful there, Catherine. I was trying, Catherine. Ooh, that hurts. Mess says, I came for the therapy. All right, tell me your troubles. Mess Jack? Mohammed says, at Hunter rank 39, what's the best armor to have? That's a really specific question. I don't know. I'll buy more of your full art or GX evolutions, though. Oh, for sure. Any tips for new hunters, says Mohammed. I have a bunch of videos that talk about new tips for new hunters. I don't know if I can memorize them all and go over them right now in the middle of the live stream. You guys can see I'm playing like trash right now as it is. Grammar Sheriff says, don't die. That's my only tip. Zane of the Dead says, reselling hype sneakers can get you $1 too, but hard to do because of bee knotters. Don't use bow until endgame. Going AFK and not dying, just heavy bowgun things. Hey, did you know the gum under the table is free? Oh my god, free gum! Stonks! Bo's bad early game. He comboed me so bad, said Catherine. I hate people that take all the life powders, then moan when they don't get healed. Does that happen that often? I don't think people generally take them all and then complain later. Nathan says, I'm on PlayStation 4, so can't send stats or build to Xbox. I know, tell Capcom the #1 thing we want now is crossplay. Let's get some crossplay. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be really nice if we had crossplay. Oops, what am I doing here? Sophagiva Siege. Let's get another siege going before it finishes. Somebody else is going to kill him in a minute here. I'm new and I'm really into the game. For sure, man. Yeah, I have a lot of videos that can help you with like beginner tips. There's definitely, I think there's a video that's like things not to do or something like that. I could go look it up. In the middle of the live stream. It's so hard to do that though. I should be like picking mods based on their ability to help people with finding some of my best videos. That should be the criteria for stream mods, I feel. Don't use bow, trust me, I'm a whammon. Give us the crossplay. Wait, Goddess Terra Girl. Alright, so I think you got the mod roll a long time ago. And Goddess Terra Girl, I'm removing that mod roll because you're either a second account from God Terra Boy and you shouldn't have mod roll on 2 accounts. I'm pretty sure it's you, God Terra Boy. So that's taken care of. That happened a long time ago, and I remember I never got to remove the roll. Westfire says, never trust women. I am playing with you right now. How's it going, Godzilla Skull Someone? Nice to hear that. Eric Quarter says, I think crossplay coming in March or something according to a schedule I saw for PC updates and stuff. I don't think so. Iceborne is 200% worth it if you're done with the main game. Toxic says, this is the internet. The only real women here are nude. Oops, the comment section moving too fast. Koga Rasu says, I just passed into high rank and I'm wondering what the best dual blades there is. I'm just using the most upgraded dual chainsaws I can. Side note, there's probably some mod trouble. Koga Rasu, you will want to pick up the defender weapons. Okay, so the defender weapons. Let's see, Grumpy Pants says, been bringing all your videos since Iceborne hit binging. Oh, thank you very much, man. Mohammed says, it says, I like the bows pretty good, but I need to learn how to be better with the bows. You got to iframe through everything. Mary says, I helped people before, though, with finding your videos. You already forgot? You frick? Yeah, I know. You've actually been, of all the mods, you've actually given out more help in terms of like
So use your surroundings.
getting people in touch with the correct videos. That's one of the things. I guess I don't tell moderators to do that. They don't have to, but it's definitely a nice thing when they do it. I feel like my mod roll is fading too. What are you talking about, Fan? Fan, your mod roll's not going anywhere. Vanguard says, "Come for the gaming, stay for the mod drama." It's only dramatic if you guys feel like it's dramatic. Gage Stewart says the chat is super weird today. I'm ready for the card stream. Dude, did I just die like an... Oh, okay, I can't do this, guys. I have to focus on the game. I'm reading the comment section, and then I'm just dying like a little boot. You know what I should do? I tell you what. Let's trade builds. Yeah, big F for GE. I can't do the light bowgun build. I'm dying too fast with the light bowgun build. That's what we'll do. We'll trade builds. You know what? Let's bring the greatsword back out. Oh, man, that's really bad. We're bringing the greatsword back out because it's a melee weapon. It's going to have better defense. Oh, no. I got like 2-shot there, and I'm just terrible. Dual blades are the most damaging melee weapons in the game. I don't think that's actually true. No, you might be right, actually. Yeah, you might be right. Your videos are really helpful if I didn't even know what buffs and Palco gadgets were. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, you know, sometimes I'll make a video that is useful for somebody who just started the game, and I'll post it to my channel. And a lot of my subscribers will be scratching their head like, why did you make that video? Nobody needs that video. And it's like, well, some people still are picking the game up even today. It's a brand new game for them. And they need an updated version of that guide, you know, for like Iceborne or just in general, you know. I don't mind filling out another guide for myself and adding it to my collection of videos. I like having a large collection of videos. It's fun. Yeah, I got killed way too fast there. We're not gonna have that happen here. Dude. Nice. We actually landed that. Dual blades for the win, he says. Ah, it would have been so nice if we hit him. Oh, he still hit me. He hit me twice! I think dual blades with Frostcraft effect from Velkhana is pretty good. Oh no, he's not gonna kill me here too, is he? Let's just heal. Did the boulders hit him but not knock him down? Ooh! Don't break the legs, only head, back, wings, chest, and tail. Forelegs and back legs should only be focused on once everything else is broken. That's good advice, David. I'd heard of that before. Somebody had told me that those particular parts were higher points than the other parts of the body. So better body part prioritization gets you more rewards at the end of the fight, right? So smarter prioritization. The arms and the legs are like the easiest targets, so they give the fewest rewards. Put that on my back. Oh my god. Whee! Whoever was talking about cross-platform, that's all speculation. According to Capcom, we're supposed to get PC content synced up with the consoles by April, though. Folks are hoping that means cross-platform. Very, very unlikely, in my opinion. I really don't think we'll get cross-platform. There's console exclusives for the PlayStation, and PlayStation has really not been a fan of cross-platform. I just don't see it happening. Also, it's extra work for the Capcom team, but they don't like sell loot boxes or anything, so I don't see how they would be getting paid to do that. So it just doesn't make sense to me if they. It would be fun. I'm all for it. I'm on board. I just don't see it happening. I'm a cynic. Yeah, I'm on board for that, because then I could just play one console every time we go live and have access to everyone. That would be easy. Can't wait for PC Safi. That's right. The target's beginning to move. Oh my god. They're not going to make crossplay because there are no money in it. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. There's no money in them making it cross-platform. When they launched the game, they could make it cross-platform and be like, see, our game is cross-platform, but we were already used to being divided as a community and not having the cross-platform, so they would have to spend a bunch of money to get that working. Crossplay is a conspiracy. Tell them that we want it. If everyone tells Capcom that that's high on the list of things we'd like, that would probably help. Yeah, that would probably help, but I just don't see it happening.
We might be able to use them as cover.
I love that move. That move's so fun. Fortnite was making money before PlayStation was on board with cross-platform. Oh my god. He just wasted my mantle. When would you expect an announcement for the next Monster Hunter game? That is a really speculative question, but I would say about next year, February, I would expect an announcement for a new Monster Hunter game. That's what I would expect. Next year, February. And they'll probably support this one a little extra long. That's what I would expect them to do. And maybe they will introduce microtransactions more than they already have. I mean, it's a well-made game. I don't see why they couldn't have just done another expansion. I don't see why they have to build another one. Why do they have to make a brand new game? They could just do a second expansion and have it be another piece of paid content. But yeah, more likely they'll sell another game. Monster Hunter Universe. Oh, nice. We hit the tail. That was some good luck there. Get ready for Monster Hunter Universe, everyone. God, Greysword is so much easier. And if you get a hit, you're going to survive much better. You know what? Which ammo type I'd like to see? Dragon ammo. I know. All they have to do is increase your reserves. It's such a fun ammo to use because it's so unique. It's like an arc to it. It's really slow. It's really weird. Oh, I thought he was going to get me there. Alright, he's mounted. Shoot! Yes! Yes! This tail's coming right off. I can feel it. That was a lot of damage on the tail there, and I've already been working on it. New consoles coming? That's why. That's right. That is a fact. We are getting the next-gen consoles soon, so they are probably going to wait for the next-gen consoles, and they will probably release a title on the next-gen consoles. And that's why I think that they will probably just support this game longer than they supported the base game. And that's it. But, you know, again, I think they could have just done another expansion for this. I really do. I think new Monster Hunter would be announced when PS5 is out. Whee! Don't do it, Safi. Nice. Yeah, nice little chunk on the tail there before he got into the beam. Run! I should make Quick Quip come in here and play this game for me. I want to see her play. I'll just sit back and like comment on her skill at the game. Oh my god, he's roaring. I will still have a conversation with you guys. She'll do the gameplay, I'll do the conversation. Run! Can you see any chance for Monster Hunter World on Switch? I do actually see that happening. If they announced Monster Hunter World being ported over to the Switch, I would not be surprised by this at all. Actually, you almost expect it, because that's a whole untapped market out there.
20 for the tanky boy, 5 for the
Woo!
monster energy.
Nice, thank you so much, man. Metal Axe. 20 for the Tanky Boy and 5 for the Monster Energy. Alright, so he purchased Fortress from me and gave me that good Monster Energy drink. Sweet. Somebody bought the Charizard earlier in the stream. Dark Charizard PSA 10 first edition. Yeah, somebody bought him off of me. I'm in trouble. No, I'm not in trouble. Yeah, now I have one fewer Charizards. It actually makes me sad. Oh no! Run! Ding! Let's go ahead and sharpen this. Shit! Don't do it, Safi Boopy. Don't do it!
The energy deposit is being drained. Good work so far.
Guys, serious question. We had high rank quest with 9 stars as max. Now we only have 6 in master rank. You think we're getting some extremely difficult for future updates? I mean, I think that that's exactly what they have to do. My bet is the reason the game's been out for so long and we still don't have anything quite as amazing as Extreme Behemoth, and I feel like that's got to be calculated. They're probably going to take their time on their next title, and they're taking their time on giving us really, really difficult fights. It's also one of the reasons why I find it hard to commit to grinding like Safajiva like we are in this stream. I'll be honest with you guys, I got really burnt out over farming Kulv Taroth, and then basically we find out Kulv Taroth's weapons aren't worth anything. At least they aren't still. Maybe they still have something planned for them, but I feel like her weapons aren't worth anything, and all the grinding I did was pointless. I should have just picked up like the sleep hammer and called it quits. Saved all that time, right? Well, I'm worried we're going to see a situation like that for Safajiva, where they're just going to release a more difficult version of him very soon. Come on, man. How was that a miss? We're going to see a more difficult version for him very soon. And then all of his old weapons will become obsolete. We already have signs of that. We have the Arch-Tempered monsters coming, so yeah, it's hard for me to commit to like grinding him. I actually have been thinking about it. I think I ought to do fewer live streams, to tell you the truth, and focus more on getting out meaningful guides. So I was thinking about refocusing more of my attention there, out of the live streams. I like having the conversation with you guys though. So we'll have to see what I do there. I would like to get more videos made, but I find myself really time squeezed between the two channels, and it's affecting my ability to get edited videos for you guys for Monster Hunter. And I prefer the edited videos. They're a very important part of my content, whereas the live stream has always been this thing I do for fun to hang out with you guys. So we might focus more attention into those edited guides, and I might start taking every other day for live streams, or maybe like live streams on the weekend, or maybe like 3 days off for the live streams. Oh, here we go. It's something I've been thinking a lot about. Mary, I will later on the Discord to learn new things. What? So we cut the tail? Oh, God damn it. Arch-Tempered doesn't have weapons, though. It would be a lot better gears. Well, actually, Arch-Tempered Kulv Taroth did have weapons. Remember Arch-Tempered Kulv Taroth? She had a new group of weapons, and it was actually extremely annoying, because you had to go out and you had to farm for them, and they were slightly better than the old weapons that you already grinded for insanely, right? So the potential for them to do that with the Safajiva is very high, in my opinion. I think that because of how easy he is, there is a very high chance we're going to be getting a more difficult version of him. Maybe where he's solid black instead of red. And then, if I had to guess, if they do that, they're going to offer even better rewards. So I have a sneaky suspicion this is like middle of the pack difficulty, and they know it and we know it, and they're waiting for time to pass. You know, they're keeping us busy with this. They're going to let time pass before they release the real difficult Safajiva out. You know, like the Extreme Behemoth Safajiva kind of difficulty, or maybe just the Arch-Tempered Safajiva. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm scared, though. Again, I'm scared to invest a lot of time into it, because I don't want a repeat of what happened with Kulv Taroth. I don't want to do that all over again. Farm all these weapons up and they turn out to be obsolete. David says, the RNG is much more forgiving though, so even if we get more Safajiva, well, that's the other thing. I'm basically done with the Safajiva. There's not a lot of weapons I need at this point, so I'm nearly done with the Safajiva content. So I'm ready for new content as well. Would you guys be open to having me play a different game live, maybe? So that's the other thing I could do. Rather than live streaming Monster Hunter, we could pick a new game and live stream that just for fun. We could finish Sekiro ahead of the launch of Elden Ring. I don't know what else. Maybe Resident Evil. Something that you guys would really enjoy, but I don't know what. If I knew what game most Monster Hunter World players played that wasn't Monster Hunter, I would just pick that game and play it for everyone. But I don't actually know. Uh-oh. Let's get behind a rock. So I'm open-minded to streaming a different game while I'm still working on Monster Hunter guides, because there's a list of Monster Hunter guides I have to make. It is a huge list. I will never complete it, probably. probably this game will become obsolete before I finish that list of guides. And then for the live stream content, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Whee! I could be, I guess, just helping players. Maybe I'll do more of the like hard carries. David Larson's gonna be like, go solo Extreme Behemoth. I know what you're gonna ask for, David. David's gonna be like, you can solo Extreme Behemoth. Let's get behind his head. Wallamanga's like, whoa, Resident Evil. Yeah, we might do Resident Evil, maybe. Being born 1 terror. What? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm dead. Please do Resident Evil GE. Cheese says My Little Pony. We could actually go play My Little Pony. Isn't that interesting? We should do that. I'd pay you $400 if you play Nier Automata. Well, if you're offering cash, Mary, I'm in. You want to buy Nier Automata for me?
Sakuchiba is heading for the lowest reaches of the area. This is it.
Odin Nepal says, think Monster Hunter Riders will come to Western audiences? Question mark. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
Head through the opening in the floor by using the wing drakes.
I'd watch Solo Extremeth. Yeah, we could do Solo Extremeth. Sadly, I feel like it's not going to be the same. I know, I'm still open-minded to soloing Extreme Behemoth, but I feel like after all the changes from Iceborne, I feel like I missed the bus. I feel like I should have done it in base game before Iceborne came out. I'm actually a little sad about that now. I really wish I had done it before this game is launched, because it's never going to be quite the same. Right, you've got like parts for softening, everything's been changed. Weakness exploits different, but it's okay. Look at that stamina. I got that good stamina. I'd watch the Gears campaign. Yeah, I could probably play that. I own Gears now because Quick Quip purchased it, so I could do the Gears campaign real fast, and that would just go into my collection of videos on this channel. Oh, we could open up a Minecraft server together again. That would be funny as hell. No, that's such a bad idea. Minecraft. You know, I remember now, we did try a Minecraft server, and nobody was watching. So, now, no Minecraft server. It has to be something that you guys actually want to watch. Resident Evil is high on the list. It's another Capcom game. And it sounds fun. Oh, snap. And we could just play through it real fast and then get back to Monster Hunter, probably. We did Pokemon for a while. I was really disappointed with the way Pokemon Sword and Shield actually felt. If Pokemon Sword and Shield had been more fun, I guarantee you we would still be playing it. But it turned out Sword and Shield had no voice acting. Too much of the dex was missing, and the animations were garbage. The animations, let's be real, the animations in Pokemon are like from, I don't know, another era, like the previous generation maybe, previous console generation. They are remarkably bad. The new Pokemon designs, some of them are okay. Not a fan of a lot of them, actually. I don't like the move toward having every Pokemon be a furry, basically. I think the old Pokemon, the Gen 1, Gen 2, I think they were mostly designed after, like, dinosaurs and bugs and, you know, things you actually found in nature. The new ones are all these, like, humanoids, and they're based off of abstract, like, objects, and so I didn't really like the design of the new Pokemon as Sword and Shield. Oh my god. The Gigantamax thing, where the Pokemon's literally just gigantic, that's the whole new idea, that's the whole new mechanism. Honestly, it's like, even the animations for that new thing is, you gotta watch all these animations, you gotta watch these cutscenes, and it's like too slow and not challenging enough. So the only thing I could probably do with Pokemon is get into it competitively, and I don't know, I didn't feel, with everything else being wrong, I didn't feel like getting into Pokemon competitively, having to learn some new skill like that, you know, and get every little stat and detail down so I can stay competitive, just to play a game where that's the only thing about the game that I like. So that's where I ended up with the Sword and Shield, and then after I stopped playing it, because I kind of realized how I felt, after I stopped playing it, they announced, hey, yeah, we're going to include the other Pokemon, but also, here's the paid DLC. So it was just kind of like, yeah, it was like a gross EA sort of thing. I get it, they're there to make money. I don't feel bad about them making money. I really don't feel bad about them making money. Like, I have money, I can afford to buy the expansions. I just wish they were honest about it. I wish they said, we're not including all the Pokemon now because we're going to include them when we sell you the expansion. So I wish they were honest about that. They weren't, and, oh, okay, I was too close. I don't care. He's getting woken up. We don't want to waste any time, so... Damn, it escaped. Anyways, we've talked about Pokemon so many times, but that was a game that we might have actually played quite a lot on this channel, and it ended up not working out that way, you know? While the community is enraged, I'm still standing strong with the Mystery Dungeon series. Most of the Pokemon look like chewed up crayons. Yeah. Mary says I'm dead serious. She's going to drop the big donation if I play Nier Automata. If you're serious about it, Mary, I'll be serious about it. You contact me in the Discord and we'll work something out. Nier Automata exists on PlayStation 4. It was PlayStation 4 only. Sweet. I wonder if Quick Quit would be interested in playing that game as well. She, actually, Quick Quit, my wife, I should say, my wife, she just purchased a capture card because she had so much fun doing the card live stream. She would like to do a little live streaming of her own on her free time. I don't know how that will work though with us sharing the same connection. Pokemon is dead to me since 2017. Well, it's not dead to me. I still really actually believe in the brand. I just think they made a big mistake with Sword and Shield, and they have to now listen to the consumer and improve. That's what they have to do now. They have to evolve, they have to improve. I used the word evolve unironically. They really do, though. They need to improve their product now. And they have to realize they have a much older audience that's been playing since the 90s. They have a much older audience. They need to have something that appeals to the older audience, and they really do need to compete with modern video game design. It's a little ridiculous that you're one of the largest media companies in the entire world and you can't make a game close to what you get for a typical AAA, AAA company game. It's just silly how far apart it is.
You can do more live streams with viewers. Do a FromSoft game playthrough Dark Souls or Neo. For example, Solo Extreme Behemoth. He's still tons of fun. Or play Resident Evil 7. I loved 7.
Resident Evil 7.
All of these are solid options.
Sweet. I think so too. And especially anything also made by Capcom, I think is a very good idea. I'm happy a lot with the relationship I have with the Capcom team. Their PR team has contacted me in the past and given me opportunities to do cool things with them. So I would be happy to kind of show off some of their other games out of gratitude for all that. Ooh, should we use this? No, we don't have Part Breaker on it. Part Breaker on this? Oh, we haven't used the longsword in a while. Let's use some longsword. So yeah, I would be interested in other Capcom games like Resident Evil, definitely. Of course, one of my favorite games of all time was Dark Souls 3. It still is. I'm sure that I'm nowhere near as good at that game as I used to be, so I'm scared to get into it and just have my ass handed to me. It's one of those games where if you want to be good at it competitively, you kind of have to play it for like 8 hours a day. You have to have extremely good muscle memory because that's how tight the game is, right? A few wrong moves and you're dead. It's not like one of those games where you could push a button and win. They do that for casuals. Dark Souls PvP is really not for casuals at all, so you need to practice all day long. So if I went back and played Dark Souls, maybe I would play like through the campaign and you can invade me and kill me for fun and then laugh at me. But that would just be for if I played through the campaign again. That's for Dark Souls 3. There's still Sekiro, by the way. I never actually finished Sekiro. I started it and I did not finish it. So there's Sekiro. Resident Evil was a game I actually played. I played Resident Evil 5, I think, a long time ago. I played Resident Evil 5. Actually, I have some really funny memories from back then, but it's kind of inappropriate memories, so I won't share them. And then, what else? Resident Evil 5. So you're saying there's a Resident Evil 7, which means there's a Resident Evil 6 I never played. And Mary really would like to see Nier Automata, so maybe we'll do Nier Automata. I'll put it on the list, Mary. We'll get Nier Automata stream, boys. I'll make it happen. Replay Souls 3 again. Dark Souls playthrough, please. Yeah, maybe I will. And you guys can invade me and make me feel like a little bitch. I'm sure you guys could invade me and make me feel like a little bitch. It's easy to do that in that game. Krista says, so what is a good build for Sword and Shield HR 50? The build I'm using seems weak, and all the guys I've seen are in Iceborne, which is content I don't have yet. HR 50, so he's in the base game. Use the Defender Sword and Shield. Use the Defender Sword and Shield. And you should have Crit Boost, Weakness Exploit, Crit Eye, maybe Master's Touch. You can get all of that from the Draken Armor set. If you don't have the Draken Armor set, maybe the Witcher Armor set is another nice armor set, I feel like. It gives you a lot of things, including a lot of defense. You have enough room for your regular offense, but also good defense. Oh, right. So I haven't done Longsword in like over a week, I think, now. What should I be targeting? Let's find out what he needs broken. So we have chest broken, hasn't so the chest, right hind leg, left hind leg, the forelegs, and the head. I think I'll go for the forelegs followed by the chest when he gets down to the last stage. I think that's what I'm going to do. Resident Evil 6 is a action movie. Don't play Resident Evil 6. Is Resident Evil 7 that really creepy one that they made? I think it is. I think my friend was playing that back when I was in college, and he was renting a room out to me. He's a security guard in prison, right? What do they call that? There's a term for it. I think Wellix has the same job. And I was living in his home. He was renting a room out to me and my wife back then for a really nice rent price. It was a very affordable rent price because we were so broke. So he helped us get through college back then, and he was showing off Resident Evil. I think it was Resident Evil 7. It was all creepy. It was like a family in, I don't know, some southern state. It's like some creepy family, and I didn't watch too much of it because back then I was busy working on Dark Souls 3 content. Funny enough, I think he would find it pretty hilarious if I played through Resident Evil 7 and it was the same game he was showing me, because 2 years later I have this massive YouTube channel, but back when I was living in his home working on my YouTube channel, I would have only had about 1,000 subscribers. Just about 1,000 subs. So he's watched with interest my channel growing like this. I don't think anyone expected it to grow so large. I didn't expect it to grow so large. I was going to be like, man, if I could just have 30,000 subs, that would be crazy. And here we are today, and I have like 110,000. So we've done pretty well. The trick is to just say Boomer a lot, right? Okay, Boomer. Corrections officer, that is correct. Correctional officer. Thank you, Welix Kiba. I don't know why I forgot the term. I guess it's just another word to remember. Correctional officer. He's a correctional officer. And back then, I had like 1,000 subscribers, and I was showing him like, look, man, I'm uploading videos to YouTube. And he's like, oh, that's cool, right? I was not a YouTuber back then. I was just editing videos. I had a terrible laptop back then. Oh, and I was using Windows Movie Maker to make my videos. I was using Windows Movie Maker. It was incredible. Windows Movie Maker. Yep. That was a long time ago, all that. Really crazy how far things have come. Shoop. Oh my god. It was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Ah, I see. Did I live? I think I did. I'm reading the comment section. I heard the explosion. I wasn't sure if I survived the explosion. T.S. Kane says, I've been trying to get a Zenogre Skymerald for the past 2 to 3 hours. Give me your blessing so I can get it in the next run. Alright, I'm blowing on the mic so that you get the luck. Are you ready, T.S. Kane? Alright, now you're lucky. I've blown on the mic, and the luck is traveling through the microphone all the way through your speakers, and the vibrations from your speakers are good luck. They're universe. You're getting good luck from the universe now. You will definitely get a Skymerald very soon. Don't you guys remember we had to do the same thing? We had to like farm after a Skymerald, and it took us like an entire stream to get a Skymerald. Dude, it was insane. So much time to get one freaking gem. God, man, we got to get rid of this before we lose it. I wasted it. Better than nothing, I guess. Oh, I know what he's doing. Let's get out of here. Run! How do I ask a girl out? How do you ask a girl out? Are you being serious, or is it a funny topic? If you're being serious, I would ask her out. And don't be such a pussy about it. Just go up to her and be like, I think you're hot and I want to go out with you. Done. And then if she says no, you just do it to the next girl. See? It's a numbers game. Just meet a lot of girls and tell them that and see if one goes for it. And also have a nice plan. If you actually get a yes answer, you better have a nice plan. Because if you have like a boring evening planned where you have like an awkward conversation with her and you don't do anything memorable, A, she's not going to want to do it again. And B, if she ends up being, you know, like the one, you're going to have a really boring, this is how I met your mother story. Yeah, I asked her out to school while we were in high school, and then we went to the local You know,
It's after you.
oh,
Watch out.
we didn't do anything special. That's going to be your story. So if you take a lady out on a first date, be sure to take her on a nice date. It will impress her. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be really memorable. And it's hard to create good memories. Damn. Look at that explosion. How do I ask a girl out? It's simple. You stop being a little pussy about it. How do I ask a girl out? God, what a... Easy question. Easy question. You walk up to her and you ask her out.
You did it.
And you see if she rejects you. And if she rejects you, it doesn't matter. You just go to the next girl. Show her your Charizard. That's right. You say, "Hey, baby, I've got a PSA 10 Dark Charizard First Edition." Bet that turns you on.
Head through the opening in the floor
You
by
stalk her
using
on
the wave
Facebook,
brakes.
and then you say, "I'm a little bitch. I stalk you on Facebook." Don't do that, guys. Just walk straight up to them and be like, "I think you're pretty, and I'd like to go out." How do I make a kiss on a girl? Well, Among Us says, so shit by the standard of Sears, but the whole industry is alright. What? Wigan Wolf says, why don't you like Dark Souls, Mary? Mary doesn't like Dark Souls. We're going to have to convert her to the Dark Souls side. I wish I could get a date, says Game Brain Oberon. You know, if you guys are worried about being, like, dateable, start taking better care of yourself. Better hygiene. Dress better. Hit the gym. You know, don't just play video games. Just go to the gym. Stop being... You know, it's funny. A lot of the times, the solutions to problems in life are really uncomplicated. The problem is people just don't do it. And I find the biggest problem is that people lack energy. So if you're not getting good sleep, go get good sleep. If you need caffeine, go have some caffeine or something. But yeah, most problems like, oh, I don't have enough money. Well, stop buying stuff that you don't need, and then you'll have more money. So it's a really simple solution. It's just people don't do that. Oh, my boyfriend abuses me. Break up with them. Oh, I couldn't do that. Really easy, actually. Just break up with them. The answer is right in front of you. So this is true for a lot of things in life. The solutions to a lot of problems are very simple. The problem is people just don't do the thing that they should do. And it's a topic of great interest to me. Why don't we do what we should do? Why do we eat? Why do we smoke cigarettes ever? Everyone knows they're expensive and unnecessary and probably cause cancer, right? So it's like, why do we do it? Nobody knows why we do it. We just do. So it's the same way with dating girls, being dateable. It's like, oh, nobody wants to date me. Yeah, because you smell bad. Go take a fucking shower or something. And dress better. And have something interesting to say. And you will be instantly more dateable. Whether or not you lose weight. Well, you made it, Catherine. Did you see that dive by Catherine? Catherine was like, ah! Played Ashen? No, I did not play Ashen. Nope. Oh my god. Being single is better, says Welix Kiba. There's good parts to being single. You know, you don't have to deal with anyone's drama. Sometimes you date somebody and they're kind of a person who needs to... A part of dating is that you and the person you're dating, you're often still growing up, right? So like you start dating at 15, 16, 17, 18, really young ages actually. And in my opinion, humans don't really reach peak adulthood till around 30, right? Like even your 20s. By the end of your 20s, you really should be a pretty well-developed adult. But even then, some people are still figuring things out, like how to be a nice person. But anyways, so when you start dating at a young age, you're still growing up together, and when they say like work on your relationship, it pretty much basically means you're trying not to kill each other for being idiots, right? So like your partner's being stupid, you're being stupid, and in today's culture, it's very easy to just go get a new partner, to never get married. Oh darn, was he close enough? I think I hit him. He staggered. You know, don't get married. Oh god. Or you do get married and then you just quickly get divorced the moment you find out that your husband or your wife is a seriously underdeveloped, immature person with bad habits. And working on your relationship just means you're overcoming the habits. And it's really hard to do. It is. It's really hard if you're addicted to like a drug. It's hard to give up that drug. If you're a violent person, it's hard to go back and get rid of the violence. You know, and that's true for every human. It's just really hard to do what you're supposed to be doing. And again, that's the subject that really interests me these days. Why is it so hard for humans to do what they're supposed to do? It really is difficult. We think that we're smart and we're in control and we're individuals and free will and all that, and then you just can't stop smoking, or you can't stop drinking, or you can't stop eating, right? Everyone has obesity today. Everyone knows when you're fit, you look better, you feel healthier, you live longer, and everyone just keeps going to McDonald's, can't do anything about it. All the information is there. So why don't humans do what they're supposed to do is a great question. And if you could get yourself to do what you're supposed to do, you would be more productive, wealthier, sexier. You would have better access to partners. You would just, everything in life would just be better for you if you could just do what you're supposed to be doing. And that's the biggest struggle right now for a lot of people. I should be attacking this guy in the chest. Speaking of things you're supposed to be doing. Why am I not attacking Sakapupi in the chest? My poor teammate's over there. He's like, I'll do it on my own. Maybe because I can't hit him in the chest, apparently. Why don't we just do what we're supposed to do? It's a really great question. Like the criminals who go to jail for assault, why'd you hit them? I don't know, I was angry. It's like, now you're in jail. Now you're in jail and I pay for it and you're not happy and your victim's not happy. Nobody's happy because you made a stupid choice. Small brain. I think a lot of problems in life could just be solved by people getting smarter. Maybe just be a little smarter. Oh, I missed. I missed. I'm like in point blank range. Oh my lord. Take this game away from me, guys. I don't deserve it. I'm dead. Oh, what? I'm not dead? I don't understand. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this. Catherine fainted. Catherine, only I'm allowed to faint. Oh my lord. I'm just playing like crap. Let's go ahead and take off the take the temporal mantle. Whoa! Oh my god. I just picked up the cigarette habit. You made me feel bad, Law. Well, I hope you feel bad, because think about cigarettes. So it's something you don't need. All the science virtually agrees it's unhealthy for you. And the worst part, it takes your money, man. You could be buying Pokemon cards with that. And it would be a better spending of your money, because at least the Pokemon cards, sometimes you get a good one. You know, you could be buying a fresh video game. That would be better too, because when you're done playing the video game, you can sell it on eBay. You could buy your girlfriend roses rather than cigarettes. Literally just about every choice will be better than cigarettes, but you do it anyways. And then you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Well, the funny thing is, you don't ask yourself why you're doing it until you have like a heart attack or you find out you have lung cancer. That's when you ask, why am I doing this? And that's when me, the Gameconomist, realizes humans aren't that smart. We're not that smart. Should have stopped yourself when you were still healthy and there was nothing wrong yet. Should have stopped yourself earlier. Save yourself all the sorrow and all the loss of money and all the bad, you know, should have done it earlier. But humans really just don't do what you're supposed to do. It's why people are poor. Why is everyone poor? It's like, well, you could just make better choices with the money that you do earn. There's quite a lot of wealth in the world. It's quite a lot of wealth. You could just make better choices. That would be nice. People never do. They just don't. You know, they buy stuff they can't afford. They overspend. People overspend. It is one of the most serious problems. If people didn't overspend, nobody would be talking about socialism right now. We'd all be like, I don't need your socialism. I got money. People overspend, and then they're like, oh, I don't have any money for my stuff. Will you pay for it? There's rich people, they'll pay for it. Oh, he made me flinch. Hey, you got more money than me. You'll pay for this, won't you? Socialism in a nutshell. So all these rich people are the people who make all the smart moves all the time, right? Assuming they didn't cheat to get their wealth. Which most of them don't. Think about Mark Zuckerberg, fifth most richest person in the world. What did he do? He created something that we wanted. So a lot of people, Bill Gates, there's probably a huge list of Jeff Bezos. Is he the actual wealthiest? He created Amazon. So a lot of these really wealthy guys created something we wanted, something we needed. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead, guys. You guys gotta save me right now. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, wait. No. Oh, cool. So this move can only kill... Oh! Did somebody else die? What happened there? I don't understand. I don't know what... Maybe they did. Maybe he did kill me. Weird, though. Yeah, he probably did kill me. Well, anyways, all those rich guys, you know, they were smart with their money. And I'm not saying you're going to be like a millionaire or billionaire, but everyone can make better choices. And we just don't. It's such a really interesting topic for me because it's like, why don't you make better choices? Isn't that a stupid question? It's almost like a what's the word? It's a rhetorical question. Like, why don't you just make better choices? We could all be making better choices in life, and we just don't. That's why we come up with religions. Religions tell you what choices to make. That's what religions are for. And then religions tend to prop up societies by getting people to be civilized. God Terror Boy says, he didn't kill you, someone else died? Really? Somebody died from the blast? Dude. Mary says, 2B and 9S playthrough is repetitive, things you already seen or done, but once you play as A2, everything changes and the first few times are more like a prologue. What? Captain Dighead says, you didn't die. That's weird. Someone else died in your explosion. Really? All right, well, let's go again. That's funny because nobody healed me either. You always hope your teammate will flash the monster or heal you when you get grabbed. One or the other. How did you meet your wife? I met my wife in college. The first time I met her was in a chess club. And I thought she was real cute. And then later I met her again in a game room. And I asked her to go on a date. Really straightforward. And I took her on a nice date. Weekend Wolf says, Mary, what console are you going to get him near on? It's only on PlayStation, right? You don't get born in a third... Yes, don't get born in a third world country. That's correct. That will suck if you get born in a third world country. I do feel sorry for people who are born in a heavily underdeveloped place. Their opportunities are much smaller. If you want to talk about socialism, we shouldn't be handing money out to Americans. We should just be taking all our money and sending it out to the countries that you have virtually no chance of getting a serious technology job. But we don't think that way. That was a big topic yesterday. We were talking 2 days ago. We were talking about how we tend to only be generous to the people within our group, right? And is that a human flaw? And if you really did believe in like socialism, then you would go outside of that flaw and be like, well, yes, you do need help with your health care, or maybe you need free food because your baby daddy left you, but actually there's people over there literally starving. They need help first, right? But we don't do that. We tend to help the people only in our circle first. It's a really interesting phenomenon. And I was asking whether that's good or bad. Inconspicuous Bear says, dude, everything you just said is absolutely right. Say it louder for the people in the back. Why does TGC always ignore my comments? I don't always ignore your comments. So you got to be nicer, man. Start petition for crossplay. That's right. I would start a petition for crossplay as well. Just buy a house, duh. Nier's on Xbox as well. Weekend Wolf says it's on PC too, but I heard it's broken on PC. Oh, I see. Dota just wait until PS5 comes out. Mary says it started on PS4, and yes, it sucks on PC. Well, I have the PlayStation 4, so if we did play Nier Automata, we'd probably just play it on PS4. But yeah, so it's an interesting thing. One of the reasons why I've been asking myself that question, why don't people make better choices, is because in America, our recent elections, there's a big push toward wealth redistribution, and so there's been a lot of conversation about that. You know, like, oh, should we pay for people's stuff? Will your society become stagnant if you can't reward people for being smart and getting ahead and inventing things? You know, there's a lot of conversation about that, and there seems to be kind of like this dividing line between the right and the left, where some people believe you're just born unlucky and there's nothing you can do about it, and you need other people's money in order to have a fair life. And then on the other side, there's people who believe your choices decide how well you do in life. So if you make better choices than other people, you end up with more money and more health and just happier in general, and so you should be rewarded for that. And so that's that kind of dividing line between the two sets. People who believe the world's fundamentally unfair, they were dealt a bad hand, and now they're owed other people's assistance because that's what a society should do. You know, that's what the societal structures should do. And then again, the other side, which says, well, no, everyone, yes, the world is unfair, but you have to take the cards you're given and do as best as you can. You can't ask everyone else to basically take care of you. Like Big Brother government coming in and saying, all right, we'll take care of your health care, but since you're costing us too much money, now we're going to have to tell you what you can eat and what you can't eat. One moment. Sunbreaker says, the worst religion is Jehovah's Witness, nothing but a cult. Well, you know, there's probably quite a few religions that are nothing but a cult. It's funny because, you know, this is one of the most convincing anti-religious arguments I ever heard. Excuse me. Just as I said that, I had to burp. So one of the most convincing arguments I ever heard, it was just a simple logical argument. And it goes kind of like this. We know there's a lot of different religions, and there's a lot of different versions of religions, right? There's different Abrahamic religions, but there's also religions in the East, right? And there can't be multiple truths to the world. We know there's one truth, right? Like this, we can't say all these gods exist simultaneously because they would contradict each other, right? So like if you say, okay, the Abrahamic God is the God. He's a single God in the world, and he's super powerful, he created everything, and then you get these other religions and say, nope, it's nothing like that. So somebody's wrong. And that's one of the most convincing arguments I ever heard for religion, the argument against religion. Somebody's definitely wrong, because the religions contradict each other. So if you can reach a point where you realize that the religions contradict each other, you can also reach a point that you realize humans come up with religions. That's the next part of it. You realize, okay, so there's all these religions. There's ancient religions, like the Romans had the Greek Roman pantheon. There's the Celtics or whatever, the Celts. They had Zeus and not Zeus. They had Thor and all that. So what's really interesting, the more you observe all the different religions and you realize how much they contradict each other, you realize humans really do make up religions. And so let's say one of them is right too, right? Let's say one of the religions is actually the correct religion. Well, then that means 99% of them are wrong. 99% of them. 99% of the religions are fake man-made religions, and only one of them has the truth. So when you realize that, you actually become much better at being skeptical. You start to look out at things and be like, oh man, the vast majority of these are wrong. What are the odds that mine's the right one? And that's when you start asking for better evidence. You're like, well, what's the evidence that mine's the real one? And you realize you don't have very good evidence. Nobody does. It's all faith-based. You know, the way numbers work in science, that's faith-based too. You're like, why do numbers work? And you just say, we don't know. They just do. But at least you get practical results from numbers. When it comes to like religion, sometimes we start making really big decisions for our society, like this person should be beaten in public. That's a really big decision to make about how we're going to treat other human beings, and it's based off of your religion that you only believe in on faith, right? You just do believe it. Faith is just belief with no evidence. And then you start making these big societal decisions about how people should be treated, and it gets scary fast. So I've always, as a kid, I've always been naturally very skeptical. Maybe it's because everyone in my family was a liar. So everyone in my family, I had a bunch of siblings. We were all really big liars. Everyone lied about everything all the time. So because of this, because everyone was always lying, when somebody would tell me something, my very first response is to go, nuh-uh. That's kind of the outcome of that. If you live with a lot of liars, your natural response to everything is, I don't believe you. And then you start to look around. Oh, cool, we skipped stage 2. We start to question everything that we hear and everything that we see. So this is very natural for me because of my childhood. And yeah, so with religion, you realize 99% of them are probably all fake. And men do just kind of come up with religions, and they give themselves fancy hats, and they tell you how to live your life. Essentially, they're like unelected leaders. Have you ever considered that? So men love power. We always have. Everyone's always loved being in power, having authority, telling others what to do, and getting money. Religious leaders get a lot of money, right? So they're all loaded. They're all loaded. The religious leaders are super loaded. So they get power, and they get money, and they're totally unelected. And that's religion in a nutshell. And then we have all these different religions, and they say, okay, so why is your religion the right one? And they're like, because it is. You have to have faith. And you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. Just believe me. It's almost like when they say her truth or something, and she's living her truth, and everyone gets angry naturally because, you know, women can lie. Well, it's like religions. Religions can lie. You don't know which ones that. So anyways, again, it's the simple logic at the very heart of it. We know most of them have to be wrong. How do you know yours is the right one? And then that's when it all gets really dicey really fast. You're like, I don't know. Is mine the right one? That was the argument that led me out of religion. out of religion and into being a cringy atheist. Checkmate, Christians. I'm way too smart for you. Thomas says, thoughts on Elder Seal, particularly on non-Elder Dragons. Elder Seal is not that important. It never has been. I don't think it ever will be. Oh no. Alright, let's stand up. Checkmate! I don't believe in God, I only believe in science. I eventually left atheism too. I think the atheists are like, they're usually pretty weird. Oh, nice. That worked. Come on. Oh. Oh, that's so sad. I know mine is the right one because I have none. Well, that was another conclusion I reached. So, another conclusion I reached is that atheists are sort of in the same sort of misunderstanding as religious people are. So you can't claim that there's no God. One of the common atheistic arguments is me not believing in a God isn't a religion. It is kind of though, because you're still trying to answer the same question everyone's trying to answer. Where did you come from? What is your meaning in life? You know, who were you created? I mean, where did your existence come from? And so when you say, well, not God, you're trying to make a truth statement about reality. So when religious people say, my non-belief in your God is not a religion, it's like, well, kind of it is, though. You just don't go to a fancy church, and you don't give the guys in the hats money. So I realized that about atheism, and I was like, I realized how cringy the atheist community generally was. They generally were kind of cringy. I will be honest about it. But that was back then. I wouldn't call myself an atheist today. The next thing I realized, so I moved on to being, how do we get on this subject, by the way? I moved on to being, what's the word? Where you don't really believe in anything, you're just kind of in a state of ignorance. Secular? No, not secular, it's a different word. I don't even remember the name of the word. What? You shouldn't be using purple sharpness. What is the name of the word? Not secular, right? Secular is when a society is not promoting a particular religion. The questioning. I am a... it's on the tip of my tongue. That's not atheism, that's anti-theism. Yeah, I've heard of that as well, the whole anti-theism. But anti-theism, again, it concludes that if you don't believe in a God, then you must believe there is no God. Agnostic, thank you. For some reason, I was thinking of a word that started with an S, and I think I was stuck on secularism. So agnostic, yes. So I was questioning, but I reached a point in life also that I realized, assuming we can trust logic, secularism doesn't really make sense either. There's a problem with it, because basically you're saying, I don't know, but the reality is, probably something is true, right? Unless we live in a perfectly chaotic, illogical reality, something is true. There is an actual truth to reality. And so we just don't know what that is, but that doesn't mean it's nothing. So that doesn't make sense either, to be agnostic, because that is to say, I'm going to spend my whole life not believing anything, when there's probably an actual truth. And so it's not a satisfying answer, especially if the truth of the reality is very important to know, right? So let's say there was a God out there. It actually would be important for you to know that. You would want to know that. So atheism ends up being, I want to say the most reasonable, but it's dissatisfying in its own way. Jump. You spend your whole life claiming, well, I don't know what it is. Well, then you're always wrong. You're always wrong, because one of them's probably right. One of the answers to reality, where we came from, is probably right. Again, unless the answer is there is no such thing as truth, there is no such thing as logic. That's a possible outcome too, by the way. But let's say that there is a truth and logic, and the universe is ordered and all that. Well then, it's one of the answers. You just don't know what it is. But saying I'll never know isn't a very good answer. Oh, I did not mean to do that. It's because I'm talking so much. Yeah, so agnosticism ends up not being very satisfying either. But I'm not really convinced by any of the religions so far. Hey, you gotta cut that little bit of skin off your dick. Why? God wanted you to. Oh no, here we go. People believe that. Like, what? You gotta cut that little bit of skin off your dick. Man, humans are obsessed with their genitals. Oh, well, and then again, people say the reason we do it is because back then it was safer and cleaner, but it's like, well, not today. Red pill or blue pill? Purple pill, clown pill. Atheists doesn't mean you believe there is no God. It says you are not convinced of any God claims. Dotagama says neither pill. Agnostics means no, not knowing. So Christopher, atheists who say, oh, I don't know who the God is, that's agnosticism. It's not atheism. Okay. Mary says, I'm glad I'm about to pay you to play Nier because it's super philosophical game and it asks these kind of questions through the entire game. Oh, great. That sounds fun. Phoenix says, he's playing with God. What? We are a simulation. Maybe we are. Then what are you going to do about it? Why would knowing about it change anything? It's not like you can interact with said God. Well, what if you could? I guess that's one of the things you don't know. Just look at how big the universe is. Ain't no entity that powerful got time for one out of billions of planets. Well, I mean, in theory, if you have an infinitely powerful God, then yeah, he actually could do anything he wants. He just turned back time and talked to you, right? So if you have an imagination, it's easy to answer that question. Revan says, maybe the true religion is in another planet. That's right. Fan says, build the sword and shield now. Build the what? No, I'm just kidding. Venom says, if that was the case, we would not have been born with it. B-O-R-N-E, born. All right, guys, we're going to go play Soulsborne. Des says also the end of this, since we, oh, right, we're roughly at the 2 hour mark. Captain says, I think if there is a creator, they wouldn't punish you for not initial believing in them. It's not your fault for not knowing. So in the end, I just take the I'll know when I'm dead route. Yeah, I know, right? I try to be a good person. I do, because, again, the atheists, I think, are a little bit arrogant in assuming that, well, there is no God, it must be physics that created us, and everything's meaningless when we die. It's like, maybe that's true. You don't actually know if that's true. That actually requires faith as well, assuming that there's definitely no God. So it's interesting. Maybe there is some sort of conscious creator. I think there's a possibility for it. I think a better conclusion is that we wouldn't ever be able to know. And so I would hate to find out that I'm this terrible person in life, and it turned out there was, some sort of order to the universe that says if you're a bad person, guess what? Now your afterlife sucks. But, it's all speculation, right? Being a nice person is easy, though, so why not just be a nice person? Everyone's happier when you're nice. Okay, Boomer says, hey, can I join you on the hunt? The hunt! Calvin says, how do I get Gold Raytheon to spawn after reaching the requirements? You need to go find him in the Guiding Lands. It's going to be in Wildspire Waste? Yeah, Wildspire. And then if you're talking about investigations, you just need to gather tracks until you get lucky and get the investigation. Of course, what you could do is search your SOS for Gold Raytheons. So search SOS quest for Gold Raytheon. So, GE, didn't you want to talk after the stream? What I want to do is I want to open up my Pokemon card stream. Are you guys ready? We're going to go over there and we're going to open up some Pokemon cards. I got a whole bunch more mail. So we're going to be opening cards in the other YouTube channel. What I'll do for now, I'll leave my character waving. And once that stream is set up, we will jump over to that YouTube channel and I'll say bye over here. Okay, let's get the wave going. I'm going to go set up the other stream and I'll be back with the link for you guys. All right, so now I'm going to find a link to the other live stream. Give me a minute. We got a lot of cards. Really loving the second YouTube channel. I didn't expect it to grow so well. Man, I didn't realize I made such a funny looking thumbnail for this live stream. I love it. The gas mask. Did you guys like that? Sometimes I do decent thumbnails. Ooh, I'm going to like my other stream. All right, close that down. And here we go. Here's the link to the other live stream. We're going to get started opening up Pokemon cards. Oops. Hold on. I forgot that you can't. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, that's better. And I need to go share it in the Discord servers as well. So let's do that real fast. Did you guys like today's topic? We talked about some interesting stuff. I didn't expect it to get so religious-y at the end of the live stream. I don't know how we got into the subject, but I was enjoying talking. All right, here we are in the giant Discord. I'm going to go ahead and ping. Ooh, man, we got a lot of people in there. Jesus Christ. Is my cat chewing on plastic? She always chews on plastic. I don't know why. All right, I'm just checking my messages real fast. Okay. We're done with all of that. I'm going to open up. You know, I've noticed I use some websites when we do these live streams pretty consistently. All right, I think we can end this live stream. I'm going to thank you all for watching. I will see you guys on the other live stream now. And I'll probably be streaming tomorrow Monster Hunter again. But again, I'm actually considering slowing down on the Monster Hunter live streams to focus more on edited videos. Okay? I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.